Well, I just took a wire brush to the inside of this bumper. As you can see, one of the shittiest things Toyota ever did was use the steel that is in these particular chucks, these 04 Tacoma. I cannot express to you how shitty the steel is. Current won't even flow through a lot of that metal. Welding that on there was just a nightmare because you can't get current to flow because there's not much steel in it. And I could just kick myself in the ass for missing out on getting this to the recall. I think they should still have to do it, but oh, the lighting is bad here today, huh? That sun is a bitch. Yeah, trying to do anything with the sun is a nightmare. We're going to treat this with the love sauce. Gonna treat the whole thing and let it soak this stuff up, because this stuff is great for plastic, because plastic is made out of what? Oil. So everything is getting this on it today. I should have been soaking this for the last 2 weeks, but you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. So we're just gonna let it soak all this up. All the edges, all the clips, everything. I cannot express to you how good this stuff is, man. Sweet Project Cars is where I learned that, sure enough. Y'all go check him out, because that man's got the knowing of a lot of different things. And I have learned a lot from him, that's for sure. Yep. Let's get all these tabs real good. This stuff is amazing. So simple. Works so well. Let's get it on those light housings. Let's get it on everything. Now you see there is a lot of that stuff on there. I hope you can see how much is actually on there. See, it's a lot. I'll come back over here in a few minutes and you'll see how much is on it then, because it will absolutely soak up every bit of it. I mean, it will soak it up. I'll have to get up under there with the goobery rag. Try to get as much as we can in them cracks and shit. There we go. But yep, this stuff will absolutely change whatever metal is still metal back to nice solid metal. And this plastic will be refreshed. It is incredible to me that Toyota, of all companies, used such crappy steel in these. That's why they had to replace the frames and everything attached to the frames on all these trucks. It was insane. So today I'm gonna get my plate underneath it, and hopefully it'll bolt back up, because this, the only reason I didn't just completely get rid of this piece is because that's where all of everything hooks up. I'm gonna get this stuff soaked with that stuff so we don't get any rust. Hopefully, I'm not gonna bother to paint any of this because I don't think paint will stick to it. So yeah, that's where we're at. We got everything put back in the truck. I got this thing welded up as best I could, and I got the stud in there welded back on each side because I had to cut them off to get this piece off. And I'm hoping to get this bumper on today. I don't think it's gonna be today. It might be, you never know. It depends on how much I can get done. Can y'all see the puddle of that in there? I'm gonna come back over here in a little while, and there will probably not be any puddles. Oh man, I wish I'd have got that better. It's just like, it looks like silver leaf. It's crazy. Yeah, shitty metal, man. Alright, y'all, I'll be back with some more stuff. Actually, let's go over here and to replace, I should have grabbed a rag on the way by it. Yeah, to replace this crappy piece right here. I mean, she whapped it, I'll give her that. She did. She said she barely touched it. She was at a red light. But anyway, this thing folded like, I mean, just folded like paper. This metal, you can, there's some places on this stuff that the magnet won't even stick. And it's, you know, you can see that it's not due to rust, but you can see places on it where the metal is just crap, and the whole frame of that truck is made out of this shit. That's why they had to replace them all. I'm actually going to contact the dealership. I'm going to actually contact Toyota and see if I can still get this done, even if I have to call a lawyer, because honestly, I don't give a shit if it's 30 years down the road. They should have to replace these. There's so many of these on the road, these 04 Tacomas, and they are the best year of this generation of Toyota Tacoma. And you can see, we obviously think they're great trucks. Her father did. And there's one over there too. He gave her this one first, and then 3 weeks later, and he also told her, you got to get it to the dealership now. We didn't. Then 3 weeks later, he brought her this one. And we're like, Larry, we're not taking another truck from you. He says, if you don't take it, I'm going to donate it. Okay, we took it. And then, of course, when he passed away, because this was his pride and joy over here, you can see what she does. This is a weekly event. So, this one here that didn't get the replacement frame, I mean, you can look at it, see, you can tell the difference in the metals, you can see it. It's crazy. I mean, it's just nuts how shitty the metal was on these frames. And for Toyota to do that was just nuts, because everybody working on these at the time had to know that metal was shit. So anyway, I'm going to get the bottom plate back up under there so nothing happens to my lovely brand new radiator in there that sticks down below everything that could possibly protect it. So I'll get the skid plate back in there because all the fluids are changed, all the belts are changed, everything's been lubed up. Anything that I could get to put this stuff on, I did. Yeah, but I got a lot of stuff to do today, y'all. I've got to, oh yeah, I was supposed to show what this was doing, huh? Again, to replace that piece over there, that shitty metal stuff. I'm taking some good angle mild steel. This is not bed frame rail. This is still mild steel. I'm cutting 2 at least 36-inch pieces out of it. If it was shorter, I could have got away with using one piece, but I could make it 34 inches, but I'd still have to use 2 pieces. I actually want this piece to be as long as possible. See if I can get some crap out of my way here and show y'all what the hell I'm doing. I'm using this plate, this flat bar, to make the mounts that fit exactly on those truck mounts right there on the front of that little shitty metal piece, until I can fabricate a new piece for that and cut that back off anyway, or find one on a truck that had been replaced. What I'm doing is taking 2 of these. Let's see if I can get that to sit there for a second. Probably not, because I rounded it over a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to weld this into a piece of C-channel And, hold on. Alright, maybe this will work better. Anyway, I'm going to make it at least 36 inches long. And this piece is going to go in there. And as you can maybe see, I don't know, there's about a, I don't know, a 1/4 inch gap in that. And what I'm going to do with that gap is I'm going to weld in solid a piece of this rebar. And I grant you it's soft and everything, but once this thing's welded, it won't be soft anymore. So that's what I'm doing to replace that crappy piece. And it'll definitely be a lot stronger than it was, but I thought about using that piece to go across it, but I really want the rebar because I think it looks cool. I love rebar. I love using it. So we'll essentially have, get that to sit flat. We'll essentially have something that looks like that on the outside, which I like. So on the outside of it, this will be out there to cover that gap and just give it a little bit more rigidity and not have a gap. And then these pieces will be cut. That'll smush it to where it needs to go. So I'm going to cut a few pieces. There you go, you can see there. I'm going to cut a few pieces even with the channel. I'm going to cut a few of those out of this. And the two places where it mounts, the mount will be, I'm going to make it stick out just a tiny bit farther than the other one did. So the mount will probably have maybe 1 inch on it. And I'll put a piece, I'll run a piece up here because the mount will probably be about that long. So the two spots that it mounts up to these plates will have this connecting it, and it'll be reinforced on both sides with a piece of this. So there's not going to be any problems with the strength of this thing. It'll be a hell of a lot stronger than what's there, and actually give some protection to the front of my truck. So nothing like this happens again, hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna do that up and get this piece on there so I can get my bumper put back on and all my plating and all that stuff, and that thing will be awesome. Now to see, that's some chunky shit there. Yes, it is. There's a single piece of it. It's pretty good stuff. I like it, and it's gonna be far superior to what it was. And I'm gonna make it a minimum of 36 inches when the other one was only like 34. But I'm gonna cram as much metal as I can in there, and hopefully that little shoddy shitty piece that's on the truck, hopefully that piece will hold up under the strain. Hopefully my crappy welds will hold up. That 6013 is a easy stick to use if you don't mind a slag inclusion. If you do mind slag inclusion, oh, it's a bitch. You can't move back and forth like you would to get that nice stacked dime. You can't do that. So what I ended up having to do on this crappy metal to get my studs to stick on is I had to barber pull the stripes out from where the metal was holding, and it would flow the current. I would run a stripe up and then come up the post, and I cranked them on there, and I cranked the nuts on it, and they're holding, and then I welded it to the truck. So here's hoping it stays. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all have a fantastic day.